Action!
Cheers, and welcome to Chicago Reacts. My name is Lauren, and today I'm looking at Season 2, Episode 7 of Overlord. This one is called Blue Roses. And I know that I've seen a blue rose in, I don't remember if it was in the opening credits or the ending credits, but I've definitely seen that blue rose hanging about. So I'm glad to know that once again, everything does in fact come back and have a meaning. I sometimes do worry about that, where it's like I focus really hard on certain things in either the intro or the outro, and then I find out it didn't matter at all, and I was just focusing in on something that was completely useless. So I'm glad to know that this time at least that blue rose is gonna be important in some way, shape, or form. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We put out new content every day of the week. And if you want to see more stuff like this, like the video, comment below what you wanted to see. And if you want to get these videos early and have them unedited, you get to see the full reaction. You could become a member of our Patreon and get all of those perks. You also get to participate in a few extra polls and help decide what it is that we are going to look at next. That being said, I am excited to see what is in store for us. Last time, Sebas saved a young woman from a life of servitude and just like lost all sorts of monstrous things that happened to her. So he saved her from that. I don't know if he has a plan for her, or if he will come up with a plan for her, or if he was just trying to be helpful because he seems like a stand-up dude. I can't wait for the showdown between our tattooed friend and Sebas, because it's going to be glorious to watch him take them down. And I'm excited to see what's going on. Like, there's a lot of like interesting political stuff that's happening in this season, so I am keen to see how it all shakes out. So, without any further ado, let us begin.
冒険者モモンが金銭に意地汚いというイメージを持たれるのは避けなければ。でも金がないんだよな。
Me too.
いいぞ。まだ時折出るな。そのもはや癖としか言えないやつ。それで
He said that out loud. Why?
さんが商人に命じていらっしゃいました。
ない時に限って出費ってかさむんだよな。
No, yeah. That's true. They don't necessarily feel like expenses if you've got the money to pay for them. All right, but I do wonder what situation that he's worried about. Because he said the situation, which maybe that kind of makes it sound like it was something specific, but also, I don't know, maybe it's not actually specific. Maybe it was a translation thing. I don't remember what he's doing with the ore. Like, I don't remember why he wants it, but I'm just going to like assume it's like building material stuff. Like, because they are building a lot of things, and like, you know, it can help create weapons. And it's like, you know, I'm not too worried about what he's planning on doing with all of that. But okay, this is the showdown I'm curious about. That Sebas and tattoos. This one hurt me. That one was sad. This lady seems interesting. So she's going to fight Scorpion Battlemate at some point. I do like to try and figure out what's going to happen with these opening credits. But I still think that masks, like the blonde mask lady and like the people of Nazarene should probably team up at some point. Oh, there was that blue rose. I knew I'd seen a blue rose. So yeah, I think that they should team up at some point. But there's kind of have to be a fight or two first, I guess. Because that's interesting.
アインズ・ウルゴというおそらくだがバハルス帝国の化け物魔法使いに匹敵するんじゃないかと俺が思っている人物だ
Oh, nice. Now poke him! Poke him with your sword! His leg is right there! Yeah, please do. I love that it's like, he was like, you were expecting that? It's like, dude, you just did it. And he's not an idiot, clearly. He was like chosen to be the bodyguard of the princess. Like, he's not a moron.
I was
trying not to hurt you too much. Are you hurt?
これ手足までも使った戦闘方法こそ実戦で役に立つはずだ。まあ泥臭い冒険者向けの剣ってやつだな。
That is actually something that I learned in my sword fighting class. It's like, you're focusing on the sword so much, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't grab somebody's sword and yank it in and then mess them up with your legs. There is a technique apparently that Fiore came up with. It's basically called dangerous walking, and it involves just, your pointy metal shoes connecting rather hard with the person you're fighting's groin or stomach area. It's like, be focused on everything. You can't just be like focused in on that sword because people have other limbs.
But
not too far ahead, because then you get locked into a set, and that can ruin you. So wait, is he literally saying that guy can't get any better? Like, he is as good as he is ever gonna be? That doesn't make sense. Like, what? Is it just because like he's not gonna be able to really get more buff? Is that what he's trying to say? That seems like a weird take, that you can't get better. Ugh, they look both horrible.
そうかそうか。ではあの化け物に言ってくれないか。長兄のバルブロはお前を政略の道具に考えておる。
He really shouldn't be allowed to call her a
俺に協力するなら王女の位を排して辺境に領地でも与えてやると。お戯れを。私は聞かなかったことにいたします。
こっちこそうちの鬼ボスが世話になっている。クライムもお話は座ってからにしては。
Okay. All right, wait. Which one of them is the fiendish boss? Ooh, okay.
私たちが黒粉の原料を栽培していた村の畑を焼き払ったところまではいいわよね。
Okay. Okay, so they actually are sanctioned. Okay, I was thinking they were vigilantes, but no, they are actually a sanctioned team. That's really cool.
私には有力な後ろ盾も自由に使える軍もありません。
Oh, okay. That's what it is. That's what's gonna happen then, because Climb has now been introduced to the idea of Einzelgone from Stroganoff, and then so now he's thinking about this guy as someone who could be helpful in this situation because he's, in love with the princess or something, and she needs an army. She needs someone like who has got a lot of strength behind them so that that's what's gonna happen. Nice. She like 20 seconds.
どれも村や建物の名前みたいね。アルベイン家に迷惑をかけてしまうわ。かといってクライム一人で落とすのは無理だし。
That's not what she was saying.
そういうつもりで言ったのではないの。私がもっと
Like, come on. Okay, the men in this show really need to figure out their egos or something. It's like they are just so butthurt so fast by everything. Oh my gosh. Blue hair guy is like slightly inconvenienced and like immediately bursts into tears and like has an existential crisis because he couldn't beat a vampire. And now then this Strogoff guy was like all butthurt that he needed help. He got over himself though. He figured his shit out. So good job, Stroganoff, whatever his name is. Got Klein being like, I can't take out 1,000 people by myself. She must think I'm weak. It's like, come on, get over it. Let's go. Come on, people. Admit that you can use some help sometimes. It's okay. Oh, yeah. Don't make her go out.
安心してください。この私セバスが守ってみせます。あなたにどのような
Papa Sebas!
そのすべてを打ち砕き、守りきってみせます。っていても構いません。
Oh my god.
私を信じてはくれませんか。
Papa Sebas.
です。そんなこと。
アインズ様に報告しなくてもよろしいのですか。セバス様は毎日定時連絡をされている。
Like, I do find it really interesting that Sebas is keeping this a secret. I do kind of wonder, does he, like, think that Ainz would disapprove? Because I kind of think he would. At this point, it's like a weird extra little, it is taking a little bit of time away from his actual mission. Like, so I do wonder, is Sebas just not telling Ainz because he's like, he doesn't need to know, and also he would make me stop.
私は王都の治安を守る巡回士のスタッファン・ヘイウィッシュである。
He's dirty, isn't he?
ある店
Really, really dirty.
彼の店なんだが、サキュロンとです。まるでそれに違反しているようではないかね。
Gross. She's gonna have fun with him. Oh, I want her to have so much fun with him.
ということは確定だが。店の方は簡単な処置で済ませても構わないと言っているんだよ。
I love that. It's like, oh, well, circumstantially, it seems clear you've committed a crime. It's like, in a court of law, though, anything that's circumstantial isn't enough to convict you.
もちろん、慰謝料や
You have to pay us bribes. Bribes.
なるほど。ご意思によってできたものさ。まあまあ落ち着いてください。
Yeah, the lady doth protest too much, methinks.
結果を聞きに来たいと思います。よろしいですね。
Oh, please. Please let Solution deal with these guys. Please let her deal with them.
あ、まさか。冗談をよせ、ソリュション。証拠もなくそういう発言は許されるものではない。
Yeah, Solution, what's your damage?
あるのか。
はい。
What? Because he, like, took in a girl? Why does that mean he's turned on them? She just doesn't, like... That is not okay, Solution. Just making assumptions. Assuming things about Lord Sebas. He's my baby. Papa Sebas. All right, yeah, we're good. There's no end credit scene. Or if there is, it's not in this version. Okay. I want people to stop maligning my boy Lord Sebas's name. It's not fair. It's not cool. Solution needs to take a deep breath. Although, again, I do understand kind of where she's coming from because she's like, just tell Lord Ainz, and Sebas is like, well, you know, don't want to. So I kind of get, she's like a little bit worried about that. But she also, like, some of the battle maids seem to have a little bit less, I don't know what word I'm looking for there. But like, Caticus, Bug Boy, like Sebas, Albedo, like all of them have been really urged to think for themselves and to make their own decisions. Like, and they've been rewarded for doing that. So like I think Sebas is probably not fully wrong that Ainz would tell him to make his own choices here. Because Ainz is trying to make them make their own choices. But also, like, there's no guarantee in this particular situation because it's like this girl is like, what is she going to do? It's like, oh, I like her cooking. And I mean, because like it's his reasons for taking her in and helping her out are definitely not going to be understandable to someone who just doesn't care about like life in general of anyone who's not under their purview. So like she cares about Ainz, and that's probably it, you know? So to have someone care that much about somebody else, like that's just doesn't make sense to her, I guess. Because, you know, I've mentioned like programming before because they used to be NPCs. So I mean, and it does kind of seem like some of them are still trying to figure out, you know, choice. And I think that's interesting. And I think this will obviously end up fine because Sebas is amazing and he's not turned against anybody. He's just too nice for his own good. And Solution needs to like learn about people. So hopefully Sebas will just feed her the bad guys, like the brothel owner and that policeman. He'll just feed them to her and she'll like relax a little bit because she'll get to like eat some people. That's my hope. That's my hope. And again, I really, really hope that that the Blue Roses adventure team and Ainz's crew kind of end up working together, at least for a little while, in order to solidify Ainz Algon's like hold on this nation. I want him to like work with them and that give them access to his army in response, and like he'll get some money out of it, and also he'll get the trust of these people and then eventually take over, because that is still what we want. I am still all for our overlord being Ainz Algon. All for it. 100%. I was a little bit sad about the lizard people, and I'm still like, there's still that one guy that I hope they bring him back. But in lieu of him, Sebas being this sassy little dark horse, I love it. Thank you once again for watching with me today. If you haven't already, make sure you like the video if you want to see more content like this. Again, like the video, make sure you let us know in the comments. You can subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You could also join our Discord. That is in the description box below. And if you can become a Patreon, we'd really, really appreciate that. We really can't do this without you. That is how we are able to watch shows like this at all. And if you do become a patron, then you get these videos early. You get the full unedited reaction. And then you can get a couple of other little perks as well. So we appreciate you very much. Thank you. And I will see you in the next video. Cheers.